our lovely little lichlings.
My friends.
Well, well, well.
So you've made it to the end of season 1 of Demi-Lich Diaries.
You made it. You're here. Congratulations. You've listened to us talk for so very long, and you listened to a wonderful story.
We are so stupid excited that we're here. It has been a lot of work, a decent amount of time in the making, and we're here.
No, seriously, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
We're so grateful that you've been here with us on our journey.
And now, our fate lies in your hands.
All you've got to do is listen to this final part of Chapter 4. Right after you finish this episode,
You can go to district22studios.com/vote.
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 To tell us your favorite character of this whole journey.
You cast your vote to see which one of the party members is going to carry on into Season 2 of Demi-Lich Diaries.
And live on further in servitude for Clark.
This poll is going to be open for 22 days. You can cast one vote every day if you would like to. So, enjoy this final episode of Demi-Lich Diaries, and then enjoy choosing our fate. We trust you. Welcome to District 22's latest D&D podcast, the Demi-Lich Diaries, where each chapter brings a new adventure and a new dungeon master. She said previously on Demi-Lich Diaries. You all stepped through the gate, it closed behind you, and you found yourself in a strange room. It's a room that just has an otherworldly feel to it. The way that it's laid out, the height of the chairs, the height of the ceiling, everything that never sticks out to you is suddenly sticking out to you. It does not look like it has been used any time recently.
Lads, I see another marking.
You're pulled back, and you see these creatures with the tentacles over their mouths. One of them holding a lifeless body. Some of them are large enough that they're palming the head down that left way and tossing it in the room to the right, and then walking down the tunnel that goes down.
I don't like those.
And you leave through this tunnel, and it opens up into a pretty large chamber. And at the back, there is a massive pod. It's empty, and your eyes see within this chamber a massive brain with tubes coming out of it going into the wall and liquid inside it. You feel like a draw to that giant brain. You're pulled back out.
I'm thoroughly confused.
Seb, should Talisman say anything?
He makes it to that other door, and it starts glowing.
I think that's our compass.
He stops for a moment, his head goes back, and then quickly he's back. I saw a pool with a bunch of, looked to be tadpoles in it, full, swarming with it. You start to walk, and you see a long hallway in front of you, a single straightaway. Hard to see the end from as far away as you are. So you all start walking down. Eventually you see a wooden door.
I will open the door.
You see the Harrower standing in front of you. She stands there. You cannot see her hands.
Cassie, we're here to help you.
Looks up at you a little bit more.
I want to walk towards the door on my right.
The second you move after the door's closed, she disappears. Carved into the rock, very small, in front of you, in between the two doors. Looks like we're supposed to pick a door. One of the doors is the correct door, and the other 5 will have something waiting for us.
Shall I pick one?
As the door flies open, you see, waiting for you down the way, a bullet.
Oh no.
And the moment it sees you, its eyes flash green. As you come down with your warhammer, cracks this crack that you've all formed, and as it does so, the top part of its jaw just and the bullet, its lifeless body, sits in front of you.
Okay, I'm going to pick 3.
You open the door, and you do not see a room. You do not see a bullet. You see a long pathway. The light that is in the top of the chamber that you're currently in goes out, and darkness covers for a moment before from behind you, Seb's talisman shines bright. Seb's talisman shines bright. And he turns and looks at the door that you've opened. And he starts walking to the door. And he walks through the door.
Well, I think we should follow him, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been doing.
If we see the girl again, we should try and talk her down.
I won't move. It's fine.
Let's go.
All right. In we go.
As you all walk through, you're on this path that has opened up into a massive cavern. Along the right side of this path, there is a wall, and it is only about 10 feet wide that this path goes forward. And to the left is darkness, a plummeting chasm that you can't see the bottom of from where you're at. Just darkness. And there are lights every 20 feet along this pathway until you can tell that the wall leaves and the path continues, and you see a bright pyramid. Not huge, bigger than you, probably about 15 feet to 20 feet tall, glowing and changing colors in the distance, about 200 yards away from where you're at now.
You said 200 yards away. With mind bullets!
That's telekinesis, Kyle!
How about the power
To
move a Swiffer?
That was good.
So, Seb looks, and as he steps through, he's looking around and he goes, I think this is it. Do you see anything? Do you hear anything?
I'll look around.
Let's make a perception
I will
check.
gladly, yeah.
Is it dark?
Dark down in the chasm to your left, light every 20 feet.
Nice.
9.
9,
21.
21.
Perception,
okay.
is that what we're doing?
Paladins not get... Can't
Dirty 20.
No, so weird.
Perception.
Dirty 20, you got a 21.
21.
9.
You know you're closer. This decision of what to do is still weighing heavily on your mind. And now that you're here and it seems like you're kind of at the end of this pathway, you're still thinking of this too much. But the two of you, as you look at his glowing talisman around his neck, you both hear something in the pit to your left. Something's moving. You feel scratching against rock wall. You hear a slime or mucus of some sort. And as that happens, some like green smoke a little bit kind of wafts up, just very faintly from the pit. And you hear this that is deep and bellowing. And you feel the reverberation, and as that happens, the talisman glows even brighter. And Seb pulls his sword out. As he pulls it out, it lights slowly with a blue flame from the bottom. And he looks and he goes, this is it. Has anyone recognized that sound before? And you have not. You have not. I immediately already can tell you have not. Tortuga, you're focused less on the sound because you didn't hear it, and you're looking at the pyramid, and you see the figure standing in front of the pyramid, a silhouette. Too far away to tell what it is, but there is someone standing there. And as that happens, he goes, I see it. And out of the darkness to your left, a massive, I believe, let me double check the size rating on this.
Well, you said
guy.
massive. Clench your buttholes, everyone clench your buttholes.
I can't.
Holy crap, I
It
am so very
is-
scared.
A gargantuan-sized creature.
Party popper.
That is this mouth, gaping, comes up in somewhat of a peak, and as it opens up into 4 separate flaps, You see the throat open up, razor-sharp teeth all around the outside, and tendrils stretching up almost as if they can smell your presence, moving closer towards you, still so far away, but the size of this beast makes it feel like it is on top of you already. And you look at Seb, the sword flaming in his hand, the talisman burning bright, and he looks at you and he simply says, "I'm going home." And he jumps into the chasm as this beast shrieks, and it echoes throughout, causing some rocks to fall down from it. And as he jumps, he lands next to it, and a slash with lightning striking down onto his sword. The two of these individuals sink down into the depths of the chasm with simple sparks and shatters and light coming up from the depths that you cannot see, with a battle being fought that you cannot aid. As you turn, you are still staring at this pyramid off in the distance, and you see come around from the sides. One of them stands up, and you hear very faintly over the screams and shouts, you hear someone say, "Arcane Order! We're waiting for you!" And as that happens, you feel a pull. Not physically moving you towards this pyramid, but you feel it drawing you closer. What do you do?
Seems like there's only one thing we can do, you know?
Yep. Walking forward.
Yeah, we gotta keep going forward.
Hey, I know them! Hello!
Frolics coping mechanisms are my favorite.
Yeah, it's really something.
Okay, I'm gonna get the map out.
I do
and
like
you guys
that we
can
all have slowly learned that it's not him just being empty-headed. It's him hiding sadness and fear.
Do you know what's funny?
Brilliant.
Is Seth kind of told me that the very first episode. He was like, what did you tell me? You said something like, he doesn't know how to handle
Yeah.
fear. Like, he doesn't know how to handle it, so he just
smiles.
he just smiles at it, is what Seth
That's
told me.
great. I love that.
I was like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's sick as hell. Can Eric ask a metagame question? Sure. Is it a purple worm?
No.
What is it?
You want a metagame? I'll give you the answer.
Sure.
I already know.
For those at home, it is a Neolithid. This is a creature that, when a Mind Flayer layer is wiped out and there are no humans to feed to the tadpoles in the pool, the tadpoles eat one another, and whatever one is the last one to eat everything continues to grow into this gargantuan monstrosity, eating and eating and eating. And as that happens, as you're walking forward, you now see that along the edges of this platform out in the distance, you see people standing right on the edge, staring off into the abyss, just waiting. You see humans standing. This fight is being waged beneath you in the pits that you cannot see, but you can absolutely hear. And yeah, as you walk towards this pyramid off in the distance, if there's any deliberation or words or anything, now is a good time.
Do we think it's worth trying to talk them?
We can certainly try.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hello!
And then silence for another 175 yards. And then, just kidding.
Anything else?
That we want to say?
Just, thank you for, fighting alongside me.
Yeah. Absolutely, Rab.
Hopefully we live to hopefully we
Torcuda.
live to do it again.
Absolutely.
With that, as we're walking, I'm just gonna start banging my hammer on my shield. Not to intimidate, but just like,
Get yourself mentally pumped
like,
a bit.
all right, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Like,
Okay.
reassuring myself, like, hey,
Can we get a little drum section going, you and me, and then we got a guitar?
Are you playing on your shell?
I was going for my shield.
Oh,
I dig that. You two drumming and Frolic starts playing something.
How does
as you
Bardic
walk
Inspiration work? Because I could give them Bardic Inspiration, right?
forward. Yeah, you could.
I'm going to do that. Is
it
it just
may
one
be-
of them?
I think it.
I
does it
think if
change
it's
as it gets
within a certain space, you can choose.
Do you not
the
have it on your
creatures.
sheet?
I have it. Hold on. One creature. So, I give it to Tortuga
Thank you.
Okay.
to show him that he has a
So you've
family.
got and it's a D4, correct?
Here you go.
Because-
Yeah.
Thank you, good sir.
Okay.
It's a D6.
Oh, it's a D6. Here, I got you.
I enjoyed that.
Okay. So what kind of vibe are you putting out on this guitar as you're
It's just the deep metal, like
Heavy metal?
shredding,
sick?
the
Okay.
low tone.
And as you walk forward and you're smashing your shields in unison and in this rhythmic fashion, you get closer and you see that along the edges of this platform, like the wall to your right has now gone away and you are on a 15 foot wide
20
path.
it looks like from here.
Is it 20?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
4 squares.
20 foot wide path, sheer drop on both sides leading to this this pyramid. And about 50 feet away from the pyramid, you see the sides of the path lined with individuals standing there. And the outer rim, anywhere on this platform where there is not a guardrail or a rock wall of some type, there are human beings standing there, citizens of Galliano that have been entranced and brought down to this portion. And as they stand there and you're beating your drum and you get closer, you get to about 10 feet from being able to reach out and touch one of them right in front of you. And the pyramid lights up green and you see fog and smoke and mist shoot out of the top of it straight up. And as it does so, lightning cracks and moves upward. And as the lightning cracks, all of these individuals step off and fall into the pit. Every last one of them. And all that is left are 3 individuals that you can see standing between you and this pyramid. You approach, and you get to about where you're 30 to 40 feet away from them. And Jekyll says, "Right, I think that's far enough, don't you?"
And does he have? Sorry, do they have weapons out? Does he have a weapon out?
So
Like-
he's just kind of in this stance. He doesn't necessarily have one drawn like as many does, but he is hood back, and you can see kind of small horns
Okay.
peeling back
I figured.
like a half
what I-
tiefling,
yeah.
half human would be. And the other individual next to him has his hood back, and he's got slightly pointed ears like a half elf would have. And in front of them, motionless, hands beneath the robe, is the Harrower, or Cassie. And Jekyll steps forward. And as she steps forward, the Harrower turns slightly and looks, and he doesn't move much farther forward.
You know, lad, this doesn't have to go the way that you think it's gonna go.
Right? Is that so? Doesn't have to go that way, eh? And what way is that?
We don't have to fight.
And why wouldn't I want to fight you? And what you stand for?
I got.
Showing up in Galliano, prancing around, knocking up a few ladies, and then just leaving on your way.
I'm gonna take the sigil of like the order.
Yeah.
Tear it off. We're no part of the bloody order, boy. That was all an act to get what we were sent to get. I don't know what kind of bitterness you have towards whatever father you never knew, but it's time to let it go and move on.
Perhaps letting the dad out. Come on.
Make a persuasion.
Oh, that's pretty good. +5, 23.
That scared me. Literally, the rolling sound was like, oh, what is that?
You do this, and he backs up a little bit, and he goes, right. You don't know anything about the life I've lived.
You're right, son. I don't.
I don't know anything about what Cassie's had to go through. Right?
Absolutely.
And you show up, you are part of the Order. You show up just like they did. And you're going to leave just like they did as soon as tonight's over. I'm just going to stop you before you can do to some poor woman what you did to my mum. And you can completely see that he is absolutely channeling this anger towards you that is not meant for you.
I'm going to look at him, and I hope that, like, through his intensity and me looking at him, you want me then?
What do you mean?
And I'm going to step forward and pull out, like, really armor up. If this is what you really want, laddie, if you think I'm in the wrong, and you think this is going to make you happy, come on. If you think this is going to make your life better, if you think you're going to be truly happy, if you think your convictions are that strong, then you would have already attacked me. Once again, son, you don't need to be doing this.
He's going to step backwards slightly. And not from him, but from the half-elf next to him. Roots are going to sprout out from the edge and attempt to entangle you.
Okay.
So I'm going to need you to make a concentration saving... Oh, wait, no. Dexterity... Strength...
What was it?
Oh, 1 sec.
I can't read it, but that's good.
Creature in the area when you cast spell must... Yeah. Strength saving throw.
Guess what?
I nat 20.
Never mind.
+2. 22.
+5, actually. 27. You're next to me, so you get a +5.
The thorns come up, and you let them entangle you a bit. And you look over. If you want to take it away, you can.
Well, I mean, if you
I
have
think we're
something
I
already...
think we're going in the
but,
same
like, as
direction.
soon as they entangle me, can I be looking right at this kid and just
At
shrug them
Jekyll?
off?
Yeah. So a Jekyll is, as they entangle you, you look slightly over at this half-elf, who now you see that he has just been able to have a facade up this whole time. You thought that he was a more level-headed individual, but he just had a better poker face. And as he casts that, he looks over at Jekyll and he says, all right, you going to do it or not? And as that happens...
Can I make a sound of like an anvil, like I always make that tong?
Absolutely. And these vines just spread out from beside you and break off of you, and Jekyll just kind of... I don't know, all right? I don't know anymore. I don't know. Cassie, let's get... I don't know that I want to be here anymore. And Cassie just sort of looks back at him. And...
Can I start walking towards him?
You can start walking towards him, yeah.
Perfect.
How many? Just at your normal,
full
just
movement.
kind of like a nice walk.
Yeah, I'm not like charging at him, but like...
So, okay, so you're going that far.
Yep.
As you go there, Cassie takes a step to the right, and you see a single sickle come out of the right side. And she stands between you and him from crossing that threshold. She doesn't say a word. She just holds it there. And then this other individual, he looks and he says, Jekyll, I thought that you had more gumption than you do. This life is not worth living. We might as well take one of them with us. And he is going to run forward, and he is going to cast jump, and he's going to jump up and over so that he can get to the other side of the two of you, so that he's on the back one, and now you're sort of sandwiched. So obviously that part of the map's not there, but he jumps over and does that, and he goes, "You might as well just walk off now. Just walk off the edge like the rest of all of those cowards did."
Can I try to grapple him?
Absolutely, yeah. You spin around and attempt to entangle.
Is that just a strength check?
Yeah, strength v strength.
Can I hear Ian say, this whole time I'm looking at him.
For sure,
She stepped forward, but I'm maintaining eye contact with
perfect.
Jekyll.
Love it. Okay,
I'm going to use my inspiration die.
beautiful.
That one was a 7 plus 8. That's 15 plus 5. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. Will you hand that dice to Rab for his
The fatherly
father-like
Dude,
individual
damn.
pep talks and everything?
That
Makes
was
me
so
happy.
good.
You're surprised at the strength that the half-elf possesses against you. Like, you've dealt with plenty of elves even, and you're just like, dumb little idiots. But this guy, just the fire and hatred within him provides him with a bit of extra strength. And he goes up, and as he comes close, he gets his hand kind of up so that it doesn't do any damage, but he kind of gives you a jab.
Yeah.
Are you wanting him face-to-face with you, or wanting him away? Like,
I want his arms bound and I want him looking outward.
okay, so yeah, as you turn him around, he kind of clocks you in the face a little bit, doesn't do any damage, and then you hold him there. And as you hold him there, Jekyll just go, "Hey, right, let him go, all right? I don't know." And he just sort of starts like backing up a little bit towards.
I'm going to start walking towards where Rab is, just holding him.
Okay. So as you walk towards, are you just going so that you're level with him? Okay, cool.
I can reach it, Eric, if you can't.
I can do it. I got it.
Okay.
I probably could have, but it would have been a lot.
Just like right there.
Yep.
Are you living up or
Yeah,
If you're standing right now.
I'll move up. We're not in initiative, right? So I'll be right next to Tortuga.
Because you wanted to, I'll kind of let you guys be like, it's initiative time, because you're trying to, if I don't say it, it's up to you guys to be like,
Can I-
all right, we're ready to initiative these
Can I do
fools,
an
and let's
insight
go."
on Cassie to see if she's like possessed or something?
Sure.
I just won't just see. Jeez, it's a base 19. Insight, right? Insight.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Possession is
Yeah. Okay.
not the correct term. I guess, well, kind of. No, kind of. A little bit. You gather that she is not fully in control of her actions. So yeah.
Okay. So I want
The source of
to speak out and say, Cassie, I want to apologize. I don't know if it's fully you there, but I failed you. You should not have won that race. Whatever you have, it's eating away at you, and I can see that, and I am sorry. No one should endure a life such as yours to only come up with something that takes it over.
So as you say this, she looks up, and it's almost like as if her head just pulls forward,
Oof, don't like that.
and
Okay.
you hear a different voice.
She's not here right now. You seem like a brave fellow. Would you take the mask?
Would you leave her if I did?
Would you take the mask?
Can we hear this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not ethereal. Sounds like it is coming from the bath.
I look at Lenny and sorry, not Lenny. Gosh. I look at Tortuga and Rab. I just look at them in the eye and I nod my head and I walk towards her and I say, I will take it.
head tilts, looks you up and down, and she spins around, grabs Jekyll, pulls him close, and holds the blade. And he says,
Before I relinquish her, these friends of mine require blood, or they will get too thirsty. Do you wish it to be this boy, or someone else?
and she looks across all of you.
I'm going to whisper in the kid's ear. Do you want your friend to die?
He sort of looks back to you. What could you do to stop it?
One of us could die for him. I'm not saying you should. But do you think he deserves that?
I don't think he deserves it, no.
You're right. What do you think we should do?
And you feel the resistance in him slacken.
I'm not asking you to do this. But if I'm being honest, I don't think you would want a member of our order to die for him.
Then what are you asking?
I don't know. You're a smart kid. What do you think we should do?
And in this silence and moment of hesitation, you hear the mask say,
Time's up.
and the blade slices across Jekyll's throat,
You got a cleric in here?
and his body falls to the ground. And then she disappears.
I'm running over
Okay.
to Jekyll's body, and I'm going to cast Revivify.
Okay. Roll perception check for me, you two.
Me too. Or just these two.
These two, since you're running up to the
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
18.
15.
Okay. As that happens, so you go up and cast Revivify? Okay. What does Revivify do?
It brings him back to life with 1 HP.
Okay, awesome. You see the gash in his throat as blood is coming out. You run up to him, and as you cast it, the gash kind of seals itself with a radiant light going across. Blood still down his front, but he... and as he does that, he blinks and looks, and you just see his hand raise up and look, and the two of you turn around, and Cassie is behind you and running forward and is going to make an attack towards you. She's not going to get advantage. It wasn't stealth because you
Who's
rolled
she
your...
making an attack at?
She gets 2 different attacks.
Okay.
So she's going to... Or, sorry, she gets 3 attacks, so it's going to be at least 1 at each of you.
Okay.
So... and then after this, we will roll initiative. So Frolic, she rolls a 15 to hit on the first.
She misses!
Okay. She rolls a 21 to hit you, my guy. Barely. Okay. And then the kid in front of you. Oh, wow, that one popped out.
Oh, she's attacking him?
The kid in front of you, she misses, but I'm going to say the reason she misses is because as she comes down and hits you, you use a portion of your shield to slide over and block her from hitting the kid that you have
Actually,
holding. Sorry.
if
Oh,
was
yeah,
she
you
going
do-
to hit him?
No, she
Okay.
wasn't. So
Because I'll do
You've
it
got the
anyway.
protection
I've
thing.
got interception,
For
so
sure.
5 feet of it, if he's within 5 feet of me, I can use my reaction to reduce
him.
the target
'Kay.
damage.
Awesome.
1d10 plus 4.
Perfect.
So
Great. Okay. So for the flavor right now, you block that blow anyways. And yeah, so the amount of damage right now.
So that being said, in the flavor, I'll move it to him and I'll drop him, and so he's just like in between me and my shield, and I'll say, "Stay here if you want to be safe."
Love it. Absolutely love it. So you take 23 slashing damage from this as it slices down as you move kind of across your collarbone and then scrapes up against the underside of your shell and slides out. So with that, let's roll initiative, everyone.
Friendo one.
Okay, 21 for you, Frolic. Anyone from 15 to 20?
15.
15, okay. 10 to 15? No one? Okay, let me...
It's a hefty boy.
Oh, popped out again. All right, what did you roll there?
8.
8, okay.
It's a shame. I've been doing really good.
You have been.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, she rolled less than you, so...
That's all right.
Okay. All right, so top of the order. We've got you, and that's about how we're all set up right now. So, what do you got for us, Frolic? Rab, you're on deck.
I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna let
Awesome.
it out. You got the attack on me. Well, now it's my turn to have the attack on you. And I just
Attack on tight.
and I whip my hands down. One of them is holding the guitar, and the guitar just whips into my hand, and I strike it, and I just start beefing up, basically.
Sick.
So,
Way sweet. Is it a bonus action to rage?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Okay,
And then Wild Surge happens.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it.
So let's do a D100.
Wall of force. You all get pushed back 15 feet. 3 of us go off the edge.
that would suck.
Yeah.
Like helping the kid up.
I can't revivify that. I don't know what
86.
he wants me to do.
86.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that fairly close to...
It was 80 last time.
Well, there's a good chance you're just going to get some more of exactly what you have.
Butterfly.
Butterfly in the sky.
I can fly off the edge.
Okay, what'd you say? 85?
86.
86.
Take a look.
Ah, you cast Mirror Image.
Let's freaking go.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that does.
So, Mirror Image. Let me
And I have a rough idea of what it is.
give you the fill in. 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real. You can use your action to dismiss the illusory duplicates. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead hits one of your duplicates. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to duplicate. With 2, you gotta roll 8 or higher. With 1, you gotta roll 11 or higher. Their AC equals 10 plus your dex modifier. So what's your dex mod?
Their AC equals... My dex modifier is 2.
Okay, so their
12.
AC is 12.
Can
If
they
an attack hits a duplicate, the duplicate's destroyed.
Sure.
Okay. It ignores all the damage effects. The spell ends when they're all destroyed. Yeah, they don't attack. It's simply to
Mirror
help
image.
Make it harder
aid
for
you.
Or
But
make it
as
harder for
you
them to
are
hit
raging in this moment and playing this guitar and the wild magic surges, the 3 of them appear just next to you, and each of them has their guitars, and they are playing in harmony.
Yeah.
And now this turns into this just heavy metal quartet
Yep.
of just the sickest music echoing through the cavern. And as that's happening, you hear and see beneath you some sparks of light down from the depths below, and just the screeching of this beast aiding the song fully, and the scream of Seb just fighting off in the distance. So that's what happens. What do you do for your
And you
action?
got laser, smoke, and lightning. Like you got the whole concert going on
Yeah,
here.
seriously.
For real, Lloyd could
Yeah,
never.
this is
Strobes of... All right. I'm gonna aim Shredder at one of her hands, and try to just dismount one of these sickles, basically.
Dismount one of the sickles from her hands.
okay. So you're
The weapon she is holding is the problem here, so I'm gonna try and. get rid
okay.
of
So
them.
you're trying to. I'm trying to remember what that is called. You're
Dismember.
trying to
Disarm.
disarm. That's it.
Are you trying to chop her hand off or just hit the weapon?
I'm trying to aim for the. I mean, I'm aiming at.
So the
weapon.
AC is just going to be much higher, just so you know. Like
Aiming for her hands.
just trying to hit her hard enough that is what happens.
Right,
So,
right.
just so you know. Okay.
19 to hit.
Okay, 19 does hit, but it's not going to knock it out, but it'll do damage to her.
Okay, that's fine.
So, okay. And this is with your axe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
6 damage.
6 damage?
6 damage.
Okay.
That's all it is. But
All right.
Did you add your rage bonus? Your rage
Your
damage?
+2.
+2.
8 damage.
Okay.
Thank you. I keep forgetting that.
Okay. Perfect. You making another attack?
Yes, I
Okay.
am. Same thing on the other hand. I think I'm gonna swipe one and then
Okay.
aim for the other, basically.
Sick.
Okay. It's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Damaggio.
That's exploding dice, baby.
Yeah, finally,
12.
dude. We haven't
First
gotten
one
like
this-
any.
Yeah, we haven't got.
I got one, and that was
check.
it. Yeah.
That's 20 damage.
20 damage.
Yeah.
Did you add
rolled
your
max on
Did you
that
add your?
shit?
Oh, wait,
modifier?
plus 5. 25 damage.
Plus,
Because I got the axe does 3, has a +3 on
And it's 2
damage,
plus
and
two.
then 2 for raging. So
Yeah.
it's
25?
25 damage.
Okay,
Heals
so
you.
with the exploding, you just doubled the dice. So what did you roll on the dice? Or you just rolled it again? Duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
So
Okay.
20
20
with the
total.
dice
Beautiful.
plus 5. So 25
Hell
damage.
yeah,
Sick, dude.
That
All
doesn't,
right.
that doesn't disarm the weapon at all or anything.
It's an
Dirty
attack
20.
roll thing, not the damage roll thing.
Yeah, the exploding dice, no. Because you rolled what? A 20 to hit? A dirty 20?
to hit. That's why I'm
Okay.
asking.
Yeah. Nope. Unfortunately not.
That's fine.
Okay. Sick. Well done. You moving anywhere? Or you staying put?
Oh yeah. Gosh, I got mirror image. I'll just stay there. Stay close.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Rab, your turn. And Tortuga, you are going to be... The boys are after you, and then it's your turn.
Come on!
I am going to cast Spirit Guardians at 5th level.
Sick.
Jeez
Around
Louise.
myself,
Uh-huh.
15 foot around myself.
Okay.
And then after I do that, I'm going to look in his eyes and just say, "That's not your fight, lad.
Okay.
Get out of here."
Okay.
And that's it.
I thought you were doing a real Goodwill Hunting there.
It's not your fight, lad. It's not your fight. It's not your fight, lad.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. Yep.
And you cast it, and nothing happens this round.
Immediately,
I mean, they appear around you,
Yeah.
and it's how far around you?
15 feet.
So 5, 10,
Yeah,
50. So she's just barely outside.
She's out
it.
of reach.
But everyone else is within it.
But everyone, yeah.
Okay.
But
That's
it's only
No, I designate.
Yeah, it's
I
only-
designate everybody. These 4 people are safe from it.
Yeah.
Anyone else besides these 4 people?
And it stays centered on you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Moves with you.
Perfect.
Can I
Okay.
do any movement? Actually, I just cast it. I talked to him. Could I do movement?
Yeah.
Perfect.
the thing happens on their turn though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they
move
start within
forward.
it,
Right here. Like she's now at the edge.
5, 10, 50. Yeah, it's like right in front of her face.
Is she not in it? If it's 15
Wanna
feet
go
around me?
5, 10, 15. Because she's like diagonal. No, yeah, she's diagonal 15.
I'll let you. It'll be your discretion. I'm just saying. I would like to move.
So she is within
She
it.
is.
Okay,
in
perfect.
it.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Perfect. And that's
Okay,
it.
Awesome. So now it's the boy's turn, and the homie looks up at you, and he's going to say, "Right, you might not think that it's our fight, but that's Cassie in there. Clearly, she's not making decisions for herself, so you can try, Hope Man, but I'm not going anywhere." As that happens, he's going to cast Witch Bolt.
My heart.
You can try, old man.
I'm not. Yeah, I am.
I'm surprised you
And-
didn't get a "Don't call me son."
I thought that was gonna happen.
He's absolutely low boy, and Witch Bolt, wide miss, just off to the side.
Was
as
he aiming for her?
Tries to catch it. Yeah, he aims for
Oh
her.
gosh, I thought maybe he was like, "Psych, I'm the real bad guy."
No,
No, you were dead.
he hops up
brought you
onto that little half wall
Uh-huh.
and casts it. So he's casting over the top of everyone, but then he misses, unfortunately.
He's not gonna heal
Yeah.
or anything, huh?
I don't. He does.
Fluffy.
What means of healing does this guy have?
You can cast Witch Bolt. Maybe you can cast Cure Wounds.
I can tell you he cannot.
No,
So
that's fair.
Okay, so that's his turn, and then it's the other homie, who I do believe actually does have Cure Wounds. So he's going to go over to his buddy and performs Cure Wounds on his buddy and heals him up a little bit. So Tortuga, it's your turn. Frolic, you're going to be at the top of the order here after peeps get their go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good that the little guys are
Out of the way.
Out of the way.
And we didn't even kill him.
The little guys.
There's a little guy.
You're a little guy.
I'm gonna cast a spell magic on the mask.
Okay.
Yeah. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. So if it's 3rd level or lower, it just stops. Or for each spell 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. So, whatever level spell it is, I need to know. I need to know. Or I don't need to know. You just need to know, and then I'll roll, and you can tell me if I beat it or not.
Like that?
Yeah, that was great. I'm reading this thing at 5th level, and I'm like,
Okay, so what was it?
Fifth level
The
may have been
DC
too
is
much.
10
Is
plus.
10 plus that spell's level.
Okay, cool. Sounds
And you
good.
know it?
Yes, I know
Okay,
it.
so I'm going to roll it right now.
The mask, I hope.
It looks good.
And I'm going to use my bardic inspiration from my dear bard friend.
Love it.
I'm a human,
Very good.
not a deer.
Gosh.
That's going to be a 21 to dispel this spell.
Okay.
This one's yours.
As you do that, that's brilliant. I love it. As you cast
But
it,
it does diddly.
you see kind of a flash of green behind the mask, and then you hear Cassie scream.
Yes.
Just,
I have a pulse.
and as she screams, she doesn't drop the sickles, but her hands are moving as if she wishes she could drop the sickles. And she goes up towards the
Cassie.
mask and just is screaming, trying to pull it and pry it off of her face, but she is unable to do so. And that's what's happening as a result of what you've just cast. And she is, freaking
That's-
the F out.
Okay.
Okay,
Glad I did that.
so with that,
It's my stomach.
It's about to
With
buy
that-
my stomach.
it's the Harrower's turn.
Not Cassie, but the
And
hair.
he's starting in within your circle.
yeah, she gotta make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save, okay.
Harrower.
Let me just make sure.
Cassie.
Really
Okay.
sucks that it's their turn right after.
Yep.
Damage.
That is a 16.
Hang on. Hold, please. Just barely beat it, so she only takes 3d8.
Okay, so the spell save is.
It's 15.
16.
It's 15.
Oh, it's 15. Oh, okay, perfect.
Oh,
Cassie.
So it's normally 68 because you cast it at 5th level?
no,
that
it's
correct?
3d8. It's 5d8 at 5th level.
Okay.
But
But then
if
it's-
they fail, it's 3d8 no matter what.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's 10, 17
Spirit
points of
guardian,
not necrotic, radiant damage.
Radiant damage, okay. Okay, awesome. 17, you say?
Yeesh.
So you see, and what do your spirit guardians look like again?
So it's kind of just like angelic beings.
Uh-huh.
But every time like someone gets hit, it's just that same sound. Dong,
Yeah, okay.
like a tink, like working on in a forge.
So as that happens, she's right within it enough, and then as that happens, she kind of stumbles backwards and falls off the edge. See,
Don't.
stumbles backwards enough, and then you hear the mask say just enough,
Stop it!
and then, and she disappears.
Damn it.
Come on.
She
for a moment.
disappears.
Her whole getup disappears. Okay. And I guess it doesn't wait until the next one. Roll a perception check for me, Frolic.
How did that happen?
I have no idea. That was amazing.
Shot out this way.
Perception would be 9.
9? Okay. All right, I'm not going to move her then.
Nothing happens.
She's not there currently. Okay, and we're back to the top. Frolic.
Perception check to see where she is, because I don't know what else to do here. I'm not going to attack the other kids, so.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can move around and stuff.
I'm going to move towards the pyramid. That's what I'm going to do.
All right, and then roll a perception check for me once you get there.
All right, baby. Thank you. Come on.
I'd say just right up against it, probably. What'd you roll?
That would be a 1.
Okay. The light of this is bright enough, and it grows brighter and green, and it shoots up more fog up into the ceiling, and another lightning, and it sort of flashes at you, and you're struggling to see where
To
she's
focus.
at. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Rab, your turn.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on that pyramid and shoot it.
Okay.
I know
Good
it
idea.
just shot electricity, but I mean, who cares?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you this before you roll and everything. You shoot it, and it just, like, ricochets off of it into the darkness. So,
Perfect.
yep.
Just delete that spell slot.
Yep. You staying in that place?
Yarp.
Okay.
It seems like most everybody's still within my 15 feet, so.
And as they're sitting there, the half-elf looks up to Jekyll and goes, "Look, I know that it's Cassie in there, but we can't do anything. We're too weak here. Let's just go back. Let's just go back." And he just goes, "What are you talking about? We don't know that. We could help, all right? Strength in numbers, right? You're always saying that." And he just goes, "I don't know that this is our fight. I think we should go." And Jekyll goes, "I'm not going anywhere." And with that, the half-elf just goes, "Fine." And he turns, and he's going to just start running back
Booking
down
it.
and booking it back.
The way we came.
Back down the way you came. Yep. So, with that, Tortuga, it's your turn. Do you want to start with a perception check to see if you can find out where she is?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Thank
go for
you. I got a 17.
You hear off to the right a noise, almost like a muffled.
That I'm running that way.
Okay.
Can I do a dash, or since I did a...
I'll let you do a
Perception,
dash. Yeah,
okay.
I'll let you do a dash. Okay. Awesome. As you run up, the mask sort of has settled once more, and gonna make 3 slashes at you.
Okay.
First one is a critical failure, and as that happens, you parry it in such a way that you move the one, and as she does the other one, you spin, and I'll say you kind of just like pin that hand down, which totally makes the second attack miss. Like,
Great.
you parry the first one in a way that her second attack misses. See if the third one gets it.
I mean, I have a trident. I could trap her hand with the...
Yeah.
between the fork.
So the third one, a 13. Misses.
Not even a little.
Yeah. So as that happens, yeah, you block one with the trident, and the other half of your body is blocked by your tower shield. And she's got nothing. And with that, she is going to... That is an insane amount of luck, but I feel cheap because she's rolled incredibly well on that recharge every time. She is just going to attempt to kind of roll past you and move.
Do I still have her arm pinned?
So you do, and so that's why you're just the opportunity attack. We'll say the arm pin is what's keeping her from using her ability to,
Okay.
like Misty Step in
Yeah.
a sense away from you.
Okay.
So yeah, so she's gonna roll away from you. She gets her hand free, so you get an opportunity attack if you'd like to take
Yeah,
it.
I would love to.
Okay.
15.
15 barely misses.
Yeah, I was going to say I doubt it.
So as it misses, She is going to move this way, and she'll make it just to kind of that corner of the pyramid. Yeah, thereabouts.
And she dances.
Yeah. Okay.
She found cardboard.
Perfect. All right. Now, Frolic, your turn. Rab, you're on deck.
I run over to her.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
And I say to her, "We're going to get you out of this." And then I strike her hands again.
Oh, you're... and then I strike her.
And then I kill her.
Stop struggling!
Okay.
Okay. 16.
16
What?
to hit.
12.
Plus your strength modifier.
Plus 3 plus 4.
Plus your proficiency.
As a proficiency. So it should be a plus 7 instead of a plus 5.
Yeah, buddy.
19.
19 to hit. That hits.
does not
Either way.
sound right.
Either way it hits. But
No, I know. I'm just like,
thank you.
I could have sworn yours was
I
like
love you
plus
so
7.
much.
Okay. Roll
Selling myself
damage.
short. I'm going to kill this woman by bleeding her hands out. Apparently. That's D12 set.
She just said that attack was a 19, right? Okay. Perfect.
The last one was a 20 and then a 19 before that. This does... $16 damage.
Nice.
Slashing.
Okay.
And I try to strike her hands again. Her other hand, I guess. Am I gonna kill this girl? Yeah, you're doing a lot.
You're doing a lot. Doesn't look like you're doing a lot. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Never mind. Do what
I
you
like
want.
that.
This cloak that she has on her, it's not like it's moving for her, but like it's, yeah, the girl does not seem to have a commoner's HP by any means.
Okay. I mean, that's helpful. That was I rolled a 1 and a 2. So that's...
That doesn't hit.
It doesn't hit when you
Yeah.
add the modifier.
Okay. Sweet. Are you moving at all anymore or just staying right there?
Yeah, I got the mirror image. I'm just gonna keep going
Okay.
with it.
Perfect. All right, Rab, your turn.
I'm gonna. So that half elf left, right?
Yes.
He's gone.
Yeah, he ran away.
I'm just gonna go up to
So he's
Jekyll.
30 feet away from you right now.
Right. I'm just gonna go up to Jekyll and don't stay here fighting something that's not yours. Trust me, just please, and I beg you, just go.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh man, I really.
Freaking dad of the year here. Don't you see? I don't
I'm
love
okay
you
with
anymore.
that because that's plus modifier. Persuasion 524.
Okay. As that happens,
And
he-
I'm like welling up like
oh, for
just
sure,
go.
for sure. And as you do that, he looks at you and he goes, "She promised me you can bring back Cass."
I think you've had enough empty promises, but I can promise you I'm going to do my best to keep her alive.
How about you just promise me that you don't let that thing keep her alive?
Aye.
That either she's alive by herself or you kill her.
And I'm going to like help him down. If he's going, I'm going to,
Yeah.
and then send him on his way.
He turns and starts running after his friend.
Come on.
Father.
Father, help!
Toy Story cameo right there.
Okay.
Are you good with me moving, or you just want that whole
I'm
thing
going
to
to
be-
say because you were being so
Absolutely.
passionate about it,
Absolutely.
that's your move.
Cool.
If you're okay with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
at your discretion, absolutely.
Tortuga, your turn.
I'm gonna spin around, do like a cool like flourish,
you are.
and just
Yeah, you
throw a spell.
Oh, sick.
What did you think I was
I
doing?
thought you were just hucking your trident.
Oh, no. I'm hurling a spell at her.
Sick.
She needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
It's I won't ask what it is to beat. 9. She does not make
She
it.
does not beat it. So she's paralyzed for the duration Concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay, concentration up to 1 minute. Paralyzed.
At the end of each
turn, she
her
gets an
turn,
opportunity.
She
to
gets to make another wisdom saving throw.
That is legit. Let me just double check that I don't get advantage on wisdom saves. I do not believe I do. Okay, perfect.
And then I am going to run up to her.
Dude, well done.
Love that.
And try and... I mean, she's paralyzed, but
Yeah.
I'm going to just try and pin her down.
I'm going to say you can run up to her. You can't pin her yet because your action was to cast the spell.
I'll run up to her then.
Okay, perfect. Love it. Love that. Okay. It is her turn.
Does she
Sorry,
fall
can I just give
prone?
some flavor to this?
1
So like that
million
spin
percent.
around is like a big old like wrap around and like an under like a
Curveball.
side hand baseball throw,
Yes.
just to right in the chest with it.
Love it. And as it does, you just she falls down, and just when like you're watching the Olympic sports and they just hit wrong and they're just immediate ragdoll, like that's 100% what happens. She just slides onto the floor there. Love it.
Cool.
So it's her turn. She is paralyzed, so she's going to roll another
She gets to
save.
roll another wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
And that is a 4 plus 1. So
Are you continuing to be?
yeah, 5. She is still paralyzed. Love it. Okay, with that, it is Frolic's turn. Rab, you're on deck.
While she's paralyzed, I want to try and take this mask off her face.
Okay.
Absolutely. Is that a
Wonderful.
strength check?
It is a strength check.
Okay.
It's like in the mask.
Right? That's good.
This dice is keeping things interesting for
Thanks,
you guys.
bud.
21.
21.
You're stupid.
So as this happens, you are able to pry it up and off, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Guess what, bud? You get a +5 on that because you're right next to me.
I'm also.
Hey,
Inspiring,
This is
that's
awesome!
inspiring presence right there.
love it, dude. Do you? Yeah, because it's presence, so he gets it even though you're concentrated.
He's
Love
5
it.
feet away from me,
Love
so
it.
he gets it.
+5, you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember, you got an inspiration if you want to use it. You
Yes.
don't have to, but
Yes,
you-
yes,
you
yes,
do
yes,
have
yes. Let me get this damn thing off her face. That's still enough. Because I have advantage as well. So that's...
Dude,
6.
This is so great.
26.
as you pull this in your rage and you're hyper focused on what's happening, you pull it up and like out of there's no mouth on the mask, but like out of where the mouth would be shoots this like pillar of force as you're trying to pull it off, and you move just out of the way just in time,
And his hair
and
is
it
like
shoots you back, whips it
Maybe
so
it's
hardcore.
Maybelline.
Let's go.
And as you fall back, you're able to pull this off, and you see that it literally has like torn with it some of like the portions off of her face. But you pull it off and you fall to the ground, and I am gonna say that as a part of this dexterity saving throw, even though you saved it so much, you like drop and the mask falls a couple tiles away from you, so like 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
The mask just sort of slides.
Okay.
Did we bring that box with us by any chance?
I never said I dropped it.
I'm gonna say you absolutely have not been carrying it this whole time.
Fair enough. It's back. I left it back there.
I would say you probably left it at Freya's in the House of Runes. I know that's awful, but like
No,
it's a big
absolutely,
box.
That's not
So
awful at
yeah,
all.
it's like this ain't
It's
a
a
video.
little bit
this
of a
ain't
bummer,
video
but
game. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Cool.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I try to make a movement towards her. I'm on the ground. She's on the ground, I'm guessing.
yeah,
she's on
she's
the ground.
paralyzed. So
I make a movement towards her and just comfort, just 100% comfort. You're going to be okay
okay,
situation.
awesome.
So
Okay,
there's
Rab,
3 of me.
your turn. You're gonna be okay.
You're gonna be okay.
So the mask fled that way towards that little half wall, correct?
Kind of like in between the two walls. So
Perfect. I'm gonna make my way over there,
okay.
and I'm going to try to scoop this mask up in my backpack that I have,
Okay.
and put it in there and close the
Okay.
I just don't.
Awesome.
My mind's
No,
like,
100%,
hey, I gotta
100%.
get
Okay.
this thing under wraps.
Cool. Yeah.
Rabs.
So you're scooping.
Nice.
How are you scooping it? Like just with your warhammer, kind of sliding it into your
Yeah,
bag?
like I was gonna hold it
Deathspan
with like
of
my.
Make a. I'm gonna. This may be lame, but make a dexterity check for me, just
Sure.
to make sure you don't absolutely do something
Sure.
In case
critical
that pillar
failure.
shoots out of your face.
I don't think so. Do you want me to do just dexterity?
What was the base? What was your base?
17.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
you're
I was
good.
like, if you want me to add my modifier, it's 1.
You're able to slide this in and put it. Are you wearing it afterwards?
I'm just carrying it by
You're
like
holding
the
it?
classic handle on
Okay.
top.
Okay.
I'm gonna buckle it and be like, I got it.
All right. As that happens, you are holding this, and you now she's within 15 feet of you, correct?
I don't know.
I can't see her from this angle, so you gotta tell me.
Yeah,
if
she
she's-
is.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Right on the corner.
I can dispel it at any time.
Okay, so it's your choice if you want to dispel it or not, because if you don't right now, technically I'm gonna say she's still on your enemies list.
Then yeah, I will.
so
just-
okay. You don't have to.
No, but like, I don't know if she is her normal self, so I'm
Yeah.
going to just to.
Okay, awesome.
Thinking about it, Rab would. He thinks
Yeah.
that all the thing is in the mask, so
Yeah.
absolutely. I'll
Awesome.
dispel it.
All right. The boys have left. As you turn around, you see that they're about halfway now down the way. Your turn. Go to.
As the girl cannot move still, I'm just gonna put my hand on her shoulder, and give her 20. No, not 20. 10 points of my laying on of hands pool.
Sick, dude. Love it.
Hopefully heal up her face a little bit with that.
And as you do, with that thought in mind of that's what you're wanting to heal up, you do see just her sort of that pale green skin go over, and you see heal. And as she's paralyzed, you just see so much terror in her eyes. And it is her turn now.
Sorry, real quick. Can I do something else?
Yes.
Can I just look? Are her hands still like
Gripped
white
to.
knuckling on it?
She's got her gloves on, but yes, you can almost see slightly just shaking with how
Okay.
tightly she is holding onto these.
So I can't do anything else.
Yeah. Wait. What did you do? You cast
I did
your.
laying.
Is it a bonus to do laying on of
I
hands?
think so. As an action. Nope.
Okay. Cool.
You wanted it to be.
Okay.
So now you-
So as it's her turn, she's going to roll.
We all
Wisdom.
wanted it to be.
That is a 17.
tie.
Tie. Okay. So she comes out of it with it being a tie. And as she comes out of it, her eyes look, and you're over the front of her, you're next to her, and you're not by her, correct?
Yeah.
And you dropped the thing, so she's not having to roll.
Yeah, she doesn't have to roll.
take damage right now. Okay. She's going to look up, and she's just going to shout, "You need to get away from me." And as that happens, the hands swipe at you,
Dang
and
it.
then they're going to swipe at you twice. So one at you and two at you.
Sorry, guys.
Natural 20 towards you.
I mean, that's technically a tie.
I mean, natural 20s are hits. That's the way
I'm
that
just saying.
I
It's
know.
technically a tie.
you it's a glance, but then it slides and we'll say just hits you like close to your neck or something that does some extra.
Well, technically, I mean the natural 20 and then plus whatever the modifier is, so it's higher, so
Yeah.
it hits.
Had to be.
I just had to be that guy. So that's 10, 20, and 11. Jeez Louise. Rolled a 10 and an 11. So doubling those. As she reaches out, because you are so close, she goes up and slices scary close to your neck.
Okay.
And she deals to you 44 damage.
Okay.
44
Dude, that's
piercing damage, or
Here's-
slashing damage.
Here's
Freaking A, dude.
Seth's
Yeah.
inspiration that he used. Did you say 44?
44 slashing with that natural 20.
Jeez.
And then she makes her 2 attacks towards you. So she has to hit first, and then if she hits, you roll.
Okay.
Negative. I'm
Ah!
kidding. Not a negative. 12. So
No!
that misses. And the second one is a 26, so that hits. So, well, it hits. Let's see if she hit you or one of your things. What is it?
It's a 1. It's a 1.
Okay, so she does hit you. Surprisingly.
She does.
Because it has to be higher than a 6 to hit one of your targets.
Yes.
So with that, she looks up, and it will say for the flavor of just the insanity that she actually was able to hit you with one. The first one missed, and it's like this sickle was going for one and then changed target and then swiped, and it just hit right at your leg. And it did not much.
Good.
12 slashing damage. Halved.
6 slashing damage.
6 slashing damage.
And as she does that, I say, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay. And with that, she's gonna
Not going.
stand up with half her
anywhere.
movement, and she's gonna try and run away from you. And you get the sense that it's not out of fear, but she just doesn't want to be near you with these things. So she stands up and moves. If you want to make an opportunity attack as she runs, you can.
Can I try in an attempt to trip her?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know what I would roll for that.
Let's just do strength because it's like a
So like a
kick,
grapple
so-
kind of?
Yeah.
Or like an unarmed strike?
Like, I mean, are you trying to grapple her? Or are you trying to?
I'm trying to just trip her.
Okay, then just do like it's you're kicking at her. Yeah.
Okay, so an unarmed strike.
Yeah. So just do strength and proficiency.
That's 24.
Yeah, you do. You
Okay.
successfully trip her up.
And she'll take 6
go.
damage. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to affect...
I mean, if you're trying not to damage her,
Yeah, I'm
then
just
you
trying to trip her.
Okay, you trip her and
Cool.
she falls. And you're like, haha, dumb idiot.
You ain't going nowhere.
Stupid kid.
Okay, so with that, Frolic, it's your turn. Rab, you're on deck. And as you're thinking of what to do as you're in this strange scenario, the ground starts to shake slightly,
Come on.
and this happens.
Do not tell me this platform starts falling apart.
The Neolithid rears up from the shadow, smashes down on top of this section of the pillar, just screeching, and as it hits on the deck, slides Seb as well, sliding across to about right here.
Do you have his thing? I can throw him up there.
Right there, sir.
He's not going to stay there for long.
Never
Oh,
mind.
okay.
As the Neolithid hits and the structure falls back into the black, he stands up and he is covered in a purple ichor of blood from this Neolithid. You see him wipe across his face and pull his salt and pepper, blood-covered hair back,
So sexy.
and just wild in his eyes, and his sword is still aflame, and he's got slashes, he's got cuts, he's got just blood that's his own over him as well, and he looks at you and nods and turns and just runs and jumps right back into the dark, heading for the Neolithid.
That guy's got some main character energy, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. Let's
Okay,
go.
so with that, Frolic, it's now your turn.
Okay. I want to... I just want to get that sickle out of her hand.
She's on the ground. Yes, she got
She
tripped.
just got tripped.
I'm going to try and take a sickle from her hand. I'm going to run behind her and just
Trying to just pry it
just
from her.
pry it from her hand.
Okay.
There we go.
And then, is that a strength check? Is that all I'm doing?
Yes, it's going to be straight.
Because I was like, dude, you ripped that mask off. You could probably rip something out of her hand.
15.
As you reach down and you try to pry this from her, her hand just is moving erratically, and you're trying to get your fingers under beneath there, but I mean her hands, she's a smaller half orc than you, and you're this 7-foot human, raging, your hands just pulsing with this blood. You can't focus enough through your rage to pry it out.
Okay.
With the small, intense grip that she
And
has.
then I'm going to just try and hit the sickles. Just damage.
That's your action.
Right, but I have 2 attacks still.
But that's not an attack.
I've been
that's an
running
action.
into it for the first one.
Your
Has to be
grapple
an
is-
attack in order to get the second
Ah!
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't get anything else.
That's-
except
yeah.
a movement if I wanted.
Yeah, a movement if you want it.
I'm good. I'm
Okay,
good.
awesome.
I run into
Thank
that
you.
Yeah, I'm
all
sorry.
of the time.
I didn't
No,
know
yeah.
that.
No, yeah, that's-
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's lame,
It's a little unfortunate, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's the thing because it's whatever you're proficient. Like if you're a fighter, yeah, I can make 3 hits in the time that it would take me to do one normal action that I'm not crazy at.
Right.
So,
It takes
anyways,
it up. I get it.
Rab,
Okay.
your turn. Tortuga, you're on deck.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you what I want to do. I want to try to see if this thing will catch fire.
Okay.
To see if it'll, but I don't want to hurt her. That's the bad thing. Is I'm like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be straight up. I mean, it's a cloak she's wearing.
Right.
She's gonna take damage if you're able to catch it on.
She has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That doesn't say it catches stuff on fire, though.
It doesn't?
Sacred flame.
It says flame-like radiance, not actual.
Oh, thank you for that then. So I am going to do a Searing Smite, and I need to roll an attack then.
'Cause your intent is to catch it on fire.
Yeah, I want to catch the cloak on fire. Oh, get out of there. 17 plus my modifier would be somewhere in the 20s with my hammer, because I have to hit it.
To hit? Yeah, that hits.
Okay. But then I gotta roll normal damage and then this
You're
damage.
just trying to hit the cloak and not her.
No, I'm making you roll damage.
That's
Never
why,
mind.
like
Never mind.
She's inside of it. She's gonna get
so
burnt.
2 just bludgeoning damage from the hammer,
Okay, cool. That's nice.
and then 1d6 of fire damage.
When you want to roll low, you do.
Hopefully the cloak, but 2 fire damage.
2. Okay.
And I'm trying to come down on an area where the cloak is to see if anything sparks.
So
So she has to make a. Oh, no, not until the beginning of her next turn.
or else what happens?
So she is on fire right now.
So it does.
Right.
If
So
it hits,
It hits. She's on
she
fire.
is on fire. It does
Right.
happen. Okay.
And at the start of her next turn, or until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes another 1d6 fire damage.
or she extinguishes the flame.
On a successful one, the spell ends. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
She can dispel an action to try to put out the fire as well.
Okay. All right. She's on fire. You successfully
Awesome. I lit a girl on
lit
fire.
her on fire.
That's phenomenal.
Dad of the year.
Okay. Awesome. And
Is
with
it
that-
burning?
I mean, yeah, you lit her on fire.
Is the cloak burning?
I mean, she's on fire.
No, I think what
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know
say
what
is like,
you're.
like when you light a piece of fabric on fire, it immediately starts like going up and stuff. Like, is it disintegrating?
It's
is
not
it
a thin enough material that it would start.
okay?
Yeah, it's
and
not
it
like
just,
it's not like a
absolutely.
linen drape. It's like her cloak is on fire. Yes.
Okay.
So.
Do you think this cloak is magic or something?
Well, she can't let go of the scythes, and she was moving.
Well, and he said that the cloak was almost like moving
anyway,
despite her.
we can't talk too
Tortuga,
much.
your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna ask if I can do this as a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach into my pouch and pull out that colorful little cube that I have.
Okay.
Push it into my wrist.
Okay.
Can I do that as a
You
bonus
have
action?
2 of them, don't you?
You do have 2. He has 2.
Yeah, because you're not like in the fray of a battle right now.
Great.
I'm gonna say you can.
So that gives me the benefits of a full long rest, right?
Yes, it
I think we're
is.
just
So I
at the
get
same realization.
All of my health back and all
all
of
your
my
health,
spells back.
all your spell slots.
Cool.
We love doing that to our players and just throwing off encounters, don't we? I do.
Ah!
It's like a reward.
It's like a reward.
Okay.
That wheeze that Tyler just did sounded like an electric wheelchair, like powering up and going down, like whee.
So I thought the first 2 seconds of like a diesel truck.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, now
Get
as
over
my
there, Tyler.
action,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on one of the scythes in her hand.
Okay.
So what is it? The same spell or is it a different spell?
It's a little bit of a different spell.
Is it the
But-
same level?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So it's the 10 plus whatever level
Okay.
that spell is.
Okay.
Don't fail me now. Come on, baby, don't fail me now.
I'm just
18.
okay. I was gonna say I'm curious of what your face was there. As you cast that, which hand do you cast it on?
When I was watching her during the race, did I notice if she had a dominant hand or not?
You think it's you weren't close enough to her. Sorry.
Right hand.
You were throwing up. And
That's true.
At the front.
Right hand.
Okay, awesome. Her right hand opens long enough, and as her hand is kind of convulsing, it knocks it out.
Let's go.
And as it knocks
Buddy.
it out, her hand afterwards, like, contorts together just from, like, imagine
Your muscles
just the intense
ratcheting back.
Charlie
Sure.
horse of
Yep.
just, you've been gripping this. She's had this for, like, 2 hours now.
Yep.
Yeah.
2.5 hours of
Just
just
clenched.
solid clenching. So her hand is just, and she looks down at it through the flames that are engulfing her body. Well done. Well done. So it's
That's
her
awesome,
turn
dude.
now.
She's still on the ground.
So with her turn, she's on the ground. She needs to roll what?
Constitution.
Con-
save.
She's going to
Constitution.
use her save to try and...
Can I say something?
No.
She has a +5 on her saving throw to be out of fire.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
If I saw a
Because
little
she's a
girl on
friend?
fire,
Yeah.
I would.
And she-
I would
we-
give her that.
she-
a little girl. She's kind of grown, but
she
I mean,
doesn't, like, comprehend what you're trying to do.
don't
to
make
Cloak.
what I did seem worse by saying little girl. The 6-year-old girl you lit on fire.
She beat me in a race.
What does it need to be again? Sorry? A wisdom save? Or
Yeah.
It's a Constitution.
Constitution.
Constitution save?
I already know.
It's like a 17 to beat.
No.
What is it?
What'd you get?
14.
Dang it.
What is it?
15.
She's still on fire.
Even with the +5?
Roll that
Let me
damage.
roll a-
Oh, wait, with the
No,
plus
she has
5.
a
I'm
plus
sorry.
5.
With the +5, she's able to do it.
19.
And
Okay.
because
Perfect.
she's
Sorry.
rolling, and as she's rolling, it kind of is like she's trying, and you're able to, with your shield, just kind of like hit her to finish the stop, drop, and roll situation,
out.
and it extinguishes the flame. So if she does that, does she take damage at the beginning or end of her turn?
Nope. At the end,
And
she
perfect.
fails.
Okay. Awesome.
Sorry, I was
She's
like,
no
I don't
longer
want her
on
on fire. I
fire.
don't want her to be on
As
fire
she's
anymore.
no longer
Hang on,
on
I don't want to hurt her.
No, I know. I was
lit-
just apologizing because you did a thing with a specific purpose, and I was like immediately like, nope.
So as that happens, you look, and the mantle that is on her, the robe that is on her, you see some holes. It has burnt through some holes. And what I'm going to say is the rechargeability on that now is lessened. The chances of recharge are lessened. So we'll say that much.
There's also that sickle on the ground. I don't know if you can do another thing or not, but
Okay.
If I can do something with it?
I was meaning Kurt because he's got the.
All right, Frolic,
He's got
your
the
turn,
mask
my guy.
already.
Rab, you're on
But-
deck.
Sorry, that was bothering me. In
Oh,
case
you're
they,
good.
in case you switch to it, I wanted to make it as accurate as
She's
I-
still on the ground?
Yeah.
She's
Yep.
out?
She's rolled away slightly from... Well, if she was that, she would have stood up. She would have stood up.
But you said stop, drop, and roll.
And then he hit
she
her
was
with the
rolling
shield
to
while
get
she
the
was
fire
rolling.
out, and then I.
Yeah,
helped
but I'm
put her
saying,
out.
like, if she rolled, she'd take half her movement to stand up. I'll say she
After.
can't move any farther.
Okay, no, I was
but
just
she
so she
stands
rolled
up.
to get out
She
and then
stands
stood
So
up.
where is she?
Okay.
Yep.
And where's she facing?
Just right against that kind of wall. She's facing all three of you with just still terror in her eyes.
Where did the one?
It's still on the ground.
We'll say
Where
it's,
is it, though?
it's kind of back in between those two walls on the back side of the thing.
Okay, I'm going to try and run up to her
Okay.
and just get that sickle out of her other
Try
hand.
the other one. Okay, go for it.
It's cocked. I'm just going to go with it's cocked.
I was mainly on that 15.
Just roll it again. You already picked it up.
Yeah, it's garbage.
What?
It's 12
Okay.
strength.
As you try, yeah, you're unable to. Are you gonna
Okay.
stay right by her still?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. All right, Rab, your turn.
You did it in her left hand.
I did it on a right.
She is
hand.
still holding in her left hand. Right now.
Okay. Is it out? Is it against her? Is it? Is
She's
she-
yeah.
That's
It's
holding on to
it's
it.
away from it. So he's trying, and she was. The deficit was big enough. She was able to pull her hand all the way.
Okay.
So it's tucked kind of back up like this now.
Okay, then I'm gonna just say with all my might, I'm gonna run over there and grab it and try to yank it out of her hand too.
Grab it by the blade.
There's one on the ground.
Oh yeah! I'm gonna go
Sorry,
scoop
I
that
don't
up
wanna
in my.
metagame.
Well, no, if I
Sorry.
open my bag, I don't want it to, like, be able to do something. Well, it's backpack, so I mean, if it's gonna do something, it's gonna do something. I'm not trying to give you ideas.
What do you do?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna open my bag again. I'm gonna try to hit that one sickle in there for sure.
Sorry, I don't want to metagame. I
Give
just
me a dexterity
figured you'd want to do
check.
What is that size?
16, baby.
Okay. 17.
17.
Just straight dexterity, correct?
as you yes, yeah,
Okay.
whatever. And then whatever your dex mod is.
Right.
So as you go and you hit it, as your hand gets closer to it, it almost starts like moving itself slightly towards that hand with the bag, and it makes you like miss scooping it up with that action. It's kind of trying to get to your hand as it kind of dances across on the floor, and it beat you with its
Fantastic.
attempt. So you weren't able to do that. You keeping the bag open? You closing it after the
Oh
end?
no, I'm close. As soon as I fail, I'm gonna. Whether or not I got it, I was gonna close it immediately and throw
Awesome.
I don't know if it's gonna do anything.
All right,
but-
Tortuga, your turn.
I'm gonna cast. No, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the left hand.
Left hand.
On
Okay.
the
Go for it. Is that your last big boy spell slot?
Yeah, so I have 2-3 third level spells, and so I used the last one. I used one to make a big ball of fire at the very beginning, and then I used the first one to dispel on the mask, and then I recharged. Used the first one. This is the last one.
Okay.
So
Go for it.
fudgy wudgy wudzo. That's a 9, so it's not gonna do it.
As you cast it, you get the feeling that
Unless it's a third level, then it just works.
it's not. When you cast it, you almost get the feeling like. Roll an insight for me really quick.
Okay. Freaking 2 9s in a row. Come on. 15.
Okay.
I have a
You
good
just
insight.
hit what you needed to.
Yeah.
You get the sense that it's as if. I mean, you're bright enough to know that these items seem somewhat sentient, and it seems as though one sickle talked to the other and told it what to expect, and that's why this spell was unable to. It's as if it was able to have a better guard up because it had experienced what the other one went through, sort of thing.
Gotcha.
So, anything else? What's up,
Do I know these sickles? Does Eric know these sickles?
Eric? Just might know these.
Eric
sickles.
knows these sickles. These are great sickles. Kinda.
Yeah. Hey.
I know
Seth
these
knows
Hey,
these
yeah,
sickles
there you
as
go.
well.
There you go.
I thought, hey, wait a minute, I maybe know this. Okay, so if I cast this spell, how much damage have you guys taken?
I'm fine. I've taken 6 damage altogether.
What have you taken?
Jeez.
What's up, girl?
What?
None.
None?
None.
None?
Don't you love those boss
I
fights
thought
where
you guys have been hit.
your homies just don't take any damage?
No,
I
that
do.
is 1/10.
This is a very
That is-
story-driven fight, so I'm into it.
That's 6 is 10% of my
With
life
that
force for sure. So
being
that's true.
said,
It's basically, are you doing a movement or not? Because you already did your action.
well, I'm just wondering if I have a bonus action thing.
Oh,
that I
okay.
can do.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I just wanted to double check and make sure that I don't. I think I'm
Done.
You got that.
done. Yeah,
Okay.
I do think I'm done.
As that happens, and you've all tried grabbing this last sickle from her, at this point, Cassie is...
Oh, wait. Sorry, can I retcon a move?
Sure.
I just want to place myself between her and the sickle that's
The other
already
sickle.
been dropped.
Okay, cool. 100% you can do that.
Nice.
And you jump over her.
So
Just
as
wanna
this
make sure we're all in the right
happens,
place.
she looks at you, and she goes, she's just bawling at this point. And she's just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. I didn't know this was going to happen. I just wanted to help Kellyanne. Oh, it's not worth it. And the mist goes up around her. She disappears, and she moves.
Damn it, woman. Stop moving.
I thought you were going to...
Are you kidding me?
And she sits, or not sits, but appears within eyesight as you're looking around, because she just disappeared. You've seen her do this before. And you see her standing there with the one sickle in her left hand and this mantle flowing in the wind. You hear the shrieks of the Neolithid below and the yells of Sebastian Canundi. And she just looks back at you and goes, "It's not worth it. It's not going to hurt anyone down there. Right?"
It may. Can I do something while she's like paused here?
If the other two forfeit their time.
I mean, go. If you...
I'll say, yeah.
Yeah,
Go.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm going to cast command.
Okay.
You speak one word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay.
Spell has no effect until the target is undead.
That's a big swing move. I like it.
The one I'm going
tasty.
for...
Wait, does she have to be undead?
That's
No.
tasty.
No. It has no effect if she is undead.
Oh, I was like...
Spoiler alert. Just kidding.
So she has to beat a 17
In order to disobey your command.
in order to disobey my
And it's a wisdom.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, gosh. Here we
She's so
go.
smart. She's wicked smart.
Guess what she rolled?
A nat 20.
The exact opposite. Critical failure.
I say, approach. The target moves toward you by the shortest and most direct route, ending its turn if it moves within 5 feet of you.
Ending its turn. Oh, okay. Okay, she turns and she walks back towards you. Her feet teetering on the edge of this jagged rock face. And she
That's
turns.
what I'm freaking talking about.
Dude.
And falls in. Just kidding.
I trusted you! Your friend lit me on fire!
So she gets to within 5 feet of you and stops. Okay. With that, since we skipped through, it is her turn again. So is she just in like a silent state?
Let me just double check.
Yeah.
Speak when the target must succeed on wisdom save throw. On its next turn.
Okay.
So that was her turn, so she did it.
So that was your turn. She was reacting to your turn. So now it's her first turn being controlled by you.
Yeah.
So what does she do?
So she did. So basically, I cast that
You
as
command
my
her
turn.
on her turn,
And then
she
this
does
is
it.
her turn. She did it. That
Oh,
was
okay.
her turn.
Then now it's Frolic's
So
turn.
now it's your turn.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're
Should
good.
have clarified that it's on
Yeah.
the end of their next turn they do it. So
If she takes damage
Sorry,
or anything,
everything
does
fits
the
there.
spell drop?
the spell is completely over now. She's out of the trance. It's a one-word command.
Gotcha.
So I went approach.
Got
she
it.
did the thing, and now it's out.
Okay.
So now it's yours.
I'm going to run over to her, and just with all the strength that I have, I'm just going to hold on to her so she doesn't try and do that again.
You're gonna just try to grapple her.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it.
What am I rolling? These are rolls I don't
It's
have
a
to do.
it's a strength. So you just do your strength modifier.
Are you in a rage?
I am.
Yeah.
You get advantage on strength.
Yeah, you get advantage on strength checks.
I mean, that one's better still.
I'm just saying.
What was your base rolls?
16
Okay.
and 13.
You succeed.
Okay, yeah. I just say, we can't let you go.
And you're just behind her, right?
Yes.
Just holding her from behind. And she's just bawling at this point. And her hand still just clenched tightly. Rab, your turn.
But I sing it, obviously. We can't let you go.
Will you move where you were going to move with her? Will you move your...
Yes.
Just so I can get a bearing for where you are. Oh, she's already next. Oh, she came to you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Seth.
No, he went behind her, so it's good. We've got like a little.
Ain't going nowhere.
So... Oh, man.
As she sees you trying to decide what to
What-
do, it's just flavor. It's not. She just looks at you and she just goes, "I'm sorry. I'd give it to you if I could. I can't let go."
And neither can I.
Oh, that's cute.
And neither can I.
I sing it like that, too.
How long does your
Rage?
mirror image last?
I think it...
Because this has been
I
the
think
whole
it was
fight.
1
practically,
hour.
that
I
it's
thought.
there.
I thought it was. Was it not? I'm hearing other people's things, so I don't know for sure.
1 minute. With that, we'll just say you go, and I can't let you go.
Yeah.
And all of them go to
Sick
back on that.
harmony.
Yeah. It ends with a dope harmony.
I love that.
No, I was meaning from the
Yeah.
pyramid.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I love the flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It finishes another one. Smoke goes up.
We really ought to figure that out.
Yeah, you're like,
That
this is dope. I need this in my next performance.
but it is scary as hell.
Hey, if I could control the audience with it, maybe that'd be dope.
They'd love me. They'd have to.
What do you got, bud?
I honestly do not know.
Okay, then talk it out. Use your turn to talk about it.
I like that.
I'm gonna do detect magic. I know that he's done dispel magic,
Okay.
but I would really like to look at those sickles and
Let's see what the hell.
know, what I can figure
Okay.
out about them.
So as you cast detect magic, you see enchantment magic being used on both the sickle and the mantle. I don't even know if that's the right word, but that's what I'm using. The robe.
Do I
The-
sense anything in the backpack where I
Cloak.
have the?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Another enchantment magic.
And the one on the ground is also like.
Yeah, dancing around like that. And you get the sense that they are all
Connected.
sentient
Okay.
objects.
Individually?
Huh?
Individually sentient? Or
Yeah, as far as you know.
I wouldn't know that.
I mean, since I've already
Yeah.
done that, I'm just gonna walk up to her, and also be like, "It's okay, lass. It's okay." And that's it.
Okay, love it. Tortuga, your turn.
This is so.
I
I just don't have
Yeah.
any spells. That
This
I can
is so
use to help.
freaking good.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. I'm sorry that
to-
this is like the same thing over and over and
No,
over, but
it's
you
okay.
get it.
I'm
yeah.
gonna just try
We
and
have an
peel
intention.
this thing out of her hand.
Okay,
Because
go
I
for
don't
it.
have a spell slot to do it.
well, if you think about it, fights are often the same thing over and over. This is happening.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a dirty 20.
yeah. No dice.
Okay.
Well, he used it.
I have 2 attacks. Can I do that?
Because it's slow, yeah, I'll let you have another go.
Love it. You got this.
Nope.
Well,
15.
she'll do another one.
Oh,
'cause
16 then.
Your first attempt, you reach and you grab her hand and you're pulling, and she's just, the look in her eyes is just, I'm sick of this. Let me die. Let this be over. And as you pull, you look her in the eye and she looks at you
I can't do it without you.
and she pulls, or you pull, and her hands start to bend. And they bend and they open. And then you let go and they release enough that the sickle flies out and hits. And it teeters. Since you're all right next to it,
No, no. Wait, I'm holding it. Never mind.
it literally hits and bounces. And the handle is hovering over the corner of that. So it's on both, but part of it is hanging over the edge. And as that happens, her hand also seizes up, and you can feel her that she just goes a little bit more limp in your
My arms, I'm holding her.
you're holding her in your arms, and she just, and with that, just starts crying and just passes out in your arms from
Still
pure
don't-
exhaustion.
Still don't let her go.
Yes, you have one of those healing brick things, by the way. I say that. You have a healing brick.
I'm sorry, Eric to Seth. I would not use that on her.
All
I
right.
can heal her so many other ways.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So can I.
Yeah.
I don't know
The
what
cleric.
that's like.
So can I?
So as that happens, initiative is dropped, and you're holding her.
Well, we still need to
Tortuga-
get that other one off.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I mean,
No,
we
go
can
for it.
definitely
Go
drop
for it.
out
Yeah,
of
what do you-
initiative,
yeah,
but we
what do you
still
want?
need to take that cloak off.
Yeah.
So whoever's turn it is, or if we're out
Well,
of
we're
initiative.
out of initiative.
We're out of initiative, so now you just can kind of talk through what you guys are wanting to
I'll
do.
hold her if someone wants to just assist and take the cloak
Yeah,
off.
we just need to take it off.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll both work
Yeah,
on.
me and Rap can.
Okay, and as you start doing this, you are not getting the resistance that was from the other two. And as you pull, you know that you damaged it a bit, but the cloak just doesn't have the same energy about it. It doesn't seem as malicious and its intent.
Like, I assume once we take it off, you can, like, roll it up or whatever you're going to do. Can I cast Healing Word on her?
After it's off of her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
let's just make sure we get everything in the bag first.
Oh, that's a good point.
What's in the bag?
I'll take off my bag. Before we
Yeah, you
help
can
her, I'll
hand
take
it
it off.
off.
I won't open it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'll put stuff in the bag.
So you're putting that inside the bag? Okay.
And the 2 sickles.
Okay.
Very carefully.
Well, the sickles
getting
you have
them
to go
from the
grab
edge.
still.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay. Tell me how you do it.
I'm going to use the cloak and just kind of sweep it into the bag that's on the ground.
That's on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Do a
it's away
dexterity.
from my hands.
If you're using a cloak dragging across it, doing it that way, I'm going to make you have like disadvantage on the dexterity because you're trying to move some sickles with a piece of cloth.
Yeah, I mean, I already
They're
said I was gonna do
sentient,
it.
so I'm just like, you got to be...
Well, I haven't rolled for it. I'll do it with my trident. How about that?
That's... I feel like you have a lot more dexterity. No disadvantage with that.
It's like a pizza.
8.
8?
I mean, I put the bag on the ground and then I'm like
And you're
scooping
scooping
it so it's nowhere near my hands.
I'm not... Like, I have rolled
Crit one?
so many crit ones on this. It's been a good dice. It's
Yeah.
mixed it up.
It's killing it.
Thank you, Gary Gygax.
You are able to guide that one towards it.
Okay.
And as you do it, you look over at the other one, and it's starting to jump dangerously. So who's going for that one?
I'll do it. I'm
do it.
closer.
You're
He's holding the
helping her.
kids.
You're
No,
helping
he's
her.
helping.
Yeah,
Are
he's
you
holding
healing
her.
I already did it. If we're out of combat, it's done.
Yeah.
How long does it... Is healing...
It's instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm
So we're out
going to
of
go for the
combat?
thing.
What are you
Are
doing?
we still in-
Describe
If
how you do it.
If it's like jumping, does it look like it's going to fall?
Oh, yeah, it's teetering right on that
Okay,
edge
then I'm just going to run and dive and grab it.
with your hand.
I mean, what else?
I'm just... Okay.
Oh, you know
You
what I
run.
could do?
You dive...
Can I
You
with
didn't roll
my
for it yet.
can I with my shield, because my shield is like a kind of a little bowl. Can I like catch it in my shield?
Go for it. Make a
like a bug?
dexterity for me.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
I love it.
Oh, hell yes, I did. With the inspiration die, nat 20.
You needed it.
So is that a nat 20 or a dirty 20?
No, look.
No, it was so he re-rolled with his inspiration dice and it was a 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is what
your
he's saying.
inspiration is a d20. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry.
It jumps higher than you've seen it jump before as
There you
you
go.
approach.
That was a good use.
And you literally splay out across the ground and reach as far as your dwarven arm can reach. And you catch it, and it tries to jump back up, but it gets caught on the leather straps that are beneath the shield. And you pull it back in quickly, flip it. No, you don't flip it over. That would be retroactive. You just slide it back, and you hold it, and you're just
grab
making
the
sure
bag.
that it goes.
I'll just come up to you with the bag, and so you can just.
And you're going to hurry and open it, and I'll hurry and
Yeah.
dump it in, and we'll close it.
And then I'll take the cloak and put it on top of him, and then
Okay.
fasten the bag.
As you roll it up, you can feel it moving a little bit. And as normal insight would tell you, like, there are 2 sharp sickles in there, so you'll want to keep an eye on it, basically.
Yeah.
And with that, you stand there, and Cassie is now back to her health, and she goes, I think I hated you at the beginning of the day. Thank you.
Cassie, it's important you know we are not from that order. We're from another place entirely. But what is even more important is to not give up. Had you jumped back then. But now you are alive. And you can live a full life.
Thank you. But in my defense, it wasn't giving up.
I understand.
I was making a decision to protect people.
I understand.
But thank you. I wouldn't have the life to live without this.
Use that courage that I know you have. Make Galliano a better place. I know you can do it.
She looks at you. And you hear a shriek from the Neolithid. A rumble. A big rumble. You all shake a little bit. She falls to the ground because she's still weak. I mean, you healed her for 5 points.
Right.
It wasn't like anything crazy.
Can I
So-
try and grab her
Yeah,
to
sure.
steady her?
Yeah.
And in doing that, I'm going to give her what's her max HP as just a
Oh
commoner?
man.
Now that she doesn't have everything, she's drained quite a bit. So I mean, like, if you give her 20, she'll be back to like.
Okay,
a
I'll give her
decent amount,
20.
So okay.
Just as like a steadying, and so when
Yeah.
she stands up, she'll feel fine.
And she stands up.
Is that a paladin? That's paladin.
Hang on,
thing?
fans pool, bud.
There's a hit and the shake with the shriek, and you just hear hit and a shake, and then you just hear and just poof, another bash against it, and then you see sort of dust and smoke shoot up from the top, and what rears up is this Neolithid that then looks at you, the tendrils spilling out of its mouth, its four jaw flaps opened up with the teeth and the throat open to you, and with its last breath, and as it does that, flying out of its mouth and landing on the stone in front of you is Sebastian Canundi. And the Neolithid falls down into the depths
Freak.
and perishes. And you all turn and you look at Sebastian.
Gosh.
Is he behind us?
He's behind you, laying on the ground over here.
Back where they broke that.
Like right
piece?
there.
Oh, okay.
You turn around, and you see him. And you look at his chest. You look at his stomach. And it's not moving.
Is the thing gone?
You see the medallion. His chest doesn't rise, doesn't fall. His stomach doesn't rise, doesn't fall. And the medallion begins to glow.
I'm gonna run to him.
And as it begins to glow, you run
I'm
towards
gonna
him.
try and rip that thing off of him.
You grab the medallion and you pull. And you see the wounds starting to heal.
I'm gonna run over and I'm also gonna try
I'm
to
gonna
pull.
I'm
You
gonna
both-
start stabbing him. I'm gonna stab him in the chest. I'm gonna do everything in my power to kill him.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll to attack with advantage.
can I add a flair to this? Like right when you lift it up, I'm just gonna be like, go home.
Freaking 27.
You place it right beneath the medallion. And as you stab in, you say to him, go home. And as you stab, his eyes open. You see the heals, the wound, it grows brighter. And you pull back, you stab again. Grows brighter, and he... And as it goes, he looks at you, Rab. And he just goes, Send me there. You're stabbing, and these wounds are still trying to heal. This grows brighter and
I just
brighter
keep-
and
So then the
brighter.
last time I'll reach up and I'll go, Rob!
And you stab down into
Together.
him. Rab. You drive your warhammer on the end of his trident with, I'm
That is
assuming,
so dope.
what is it? Divine Smite,
Oh,
Divine Strike.
absolutely.
Everything we've
Divine
got.
Strike.
Everything
I
we've
am-
got.
you
Divine
have.
Smite, Divine Strike.
And
Strike
I'm
and
assuming that Frolic's on the sideline and he's serenading you with the inspiration that you need. And as you do so, and the final hit, you see the trident go through his chest and separate his upper body from his lower torso. And you see the light of this emblem fade. You see the light from his eyes fade. And the last words he says to you, thank you. And he's gone. And the chain that goes into his neck slowly slides to the outside and is limp and lifeless.
I'm gonna bend down and look at the two of you. Clark cannot get this. I'm gonna put it on my neck.
You're gonna put it on?
The moment it touches the back of your neck, it slides in and it glows. The wounds that you've taken start to heal. The light shines brightly And for a moment, the power that you receive as a paladin through whatever deity it is that you call is replaced in an instant with the power that emanates from this emblem. And as that happens, you look, and walking down the long path is Freya, with a warforged by her side. She walks down. I don't know what exactly your plan is now, but I truly wish you to tell me.
What is this pyramid?
From my research, and from what my Githyanki companion told me, we found this when we first came down. We fought our companion here much as you fought her. He's seen smaller iterations of it in other Mind Flayer communities, but nothing quite of this scale. It's used to terraform, to xenoform, to change, to easily pull mindless victims from the world above down to your depths and make gathering information and knowledge, which is what illithids are all about, incredibly easy. They're able to feed themselves and in return feed the elder brain with next to no work. It takes a while for them to capture the minds of those who run the cities above or the villages, but once they do and they set up a similar situation as this, it's simple. Whoever enacts it is the one that controls it. And so you can understand how this being in Clark's hands would be dangerous.
So it was never about... I point to the backpack. It was never about this?
I think it was about that in the beginning for Clark. He could sense the power that this magical item has. And he was misguided in what was providing that power. You see, that is a key to allow you to access this at all. Because whoever wears it is a guardian of it and prevents anyone from doing anything to it. However, I see that you've made a decision, Tortuga.
Had to be done.
And I would like to offer a trade. I will relinquish the hold that I have over this city, and I will allow you to take this. If you stay with me, Tortuga, and you work with me, so that we can find a way to end Clark. Once this is in Clark's hands, he'll forget about Galliano. These people will be safe. You will be able to return to your friend, and I hope your families. And maybe, just maybe, we will have the time we need to end him before he does anything with it.
I think we need a moment to speak. Will you give us that?
She turns around and says, I'm going to leave Wayne here with you, just to make sure that you don't do anything iffy, if you understand. The stakes are rather high. And she walks back, and mostly just because things didn't go away that you got to see this dude yet, I'm just pumped on his paint job. He's going to go stand, and he's just kind of looking at this dude. And he's right there.
I guess we're all kind of over there if you want to, because we're all standing around him.
He's giving you enough space.
No, I know, but we're all over by Seb.
Right. We'll say that she's giving you a little bit of space now.
I didn't paint that one, did I?
Huh?
Yeah.
I didn't paint that one.
No, this was one.
Yeah, I was about to say, Seth asked me, and I'm like, I don't think I did.
Yeah, no, I painted all the.
Things legit.
Warforged?
Yeah, I painted all these Warforged, so they had the same color scheme.
Nice,
Good on you,
Kyle.
man.
Yeah, I was pumped.
Nice.
So, anyways, she turns around and walks back down the path a little ways, and Wayne just stands there, this berserker of a Warforged, with these two great axes in his hands. And he just folds his arms and just waits.
I'm going to walk over to Cassie and I'm going to say, you should probably go with her. Go up and be with your friends. Family.
She turns and looks and says, doesn't look like she's leaving yet, but I will. I'll go back up when the time comes. I promise. I'll let you think. She turns and walks around and starts heading back down the pathway a bit.
You're not actually entertaining the idea of staying here, are you?
Rab, I told you I don't have anything to go back to.
What about all that talk we talked about with Lenny and Zelda?
I know.
You don't want to see them again. You don't want to... It's kind of...
I'm not saying I've made a decision yet. That's why I said, well, I think we need to talk. What do we do? Do you give this to him?
These are very advanced decisions that I don't think I'm able to make.
You have to.
But I don't want to.
Yeah.
Why just you stay? Why not all of us? We're safe here. We've created a family.
We can never go outside.
I can't go back to my clan with this whole new perspective.
If we
on
all
life.
stay, Lenny stays trapped forever.
You're right.
Let me go. You both stay. Because think about it, Frolic, if you stay here with Tortuga and Freya, 3 heads, 3 experiences are way better than 2. All that's going to happen is when I go back there, Lenny's going to be fine.
You don't know.
But it's better than... You're absolutely right, I don't know. But I have to take a shot in the dark on something. And if you feel like you want to stay, then stay, and I can take it back. And whatever happens, I mean, hey, if Lenny comes back, the little guys can handle it.
We have all become quite the celebration of individuals, and I admire all of you, even though you don't have my caliber of enthusiasm. We have become quite the party.
Yeah, I never did learn how to weave a daisy chain. Sorry about that.
I don't want to split us up. I don't want all of us to separate in directions.
But think about it. If we could split up, if we're going to split up, why not keep it even numbers? Why not do 2 here and 2 go back? That way the memory and the fight for it stays even on both planes.
The pyramid lights up, shoots up the smoke, lightning cracks down, makes you all flinch a little bit. And Wayne looks at you and goes, "All right, it's time for her to come back. Freya." And Freya starts walking.
I'm gonna put my hands on both of your shoulders. I think you should go both go back. I'm gonna live forever. Now. Until something kills me. But as we've learned, that's pretty hard to do. I can stay here. I can work with her. I can continue to work until I find a way to beat Clark.
You did make that promise.
I told him, like you just said, I would kill him. It's the only thing that matters to me. I care for Lenny, I care for Zelda, and I care for both of you. But defeating him and making sure he can't do any more harm, that's my top priority.
And with that, Frolic walks over to Tortuga and just gives him the biggest hug. And just starts bawling. And he says, I have to protect those that are in danger.
I know.
I will stay with them.
Just clarification for me.
With
Rab. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I
and for
understood.
once in his life that you guys have seen, Frolic stands up straight, more adult-like, more mature-like, more grown, rather than childish, and steps back to Rab.
Freya comes and says, I don't mean to interrupt. But as we all know, time matters for us, but it doesn't matter so much for Clark. And not all of us have an unlimited supply of it now. So if you'd please, I'll help you. I'll help you take this item. Are we agreed?
Yes.
She walks over to one corner and she places a hand close to the bottom of it and says, I need you all to do the same. Yeah. You each go to a corner of the pyramid. She goes, follow my movements exactly. And you're watching, and whoever's on the opposite side is watching the other two, making sure. And you place your hands at the base of the pyramid, and you slide up the pyramid, and then you arc. And as you arc your arms, the top begins to like fold into itself, it seems, and shrink in a sense. And as you all make a circle and finish and bring your hands back to where it is down to just sort of a thin layer that spreads out between all of you. And you start pushing your hands towards each other. It starts pushing inwards, and you walk in until all of you are close enough that it's the size that it can just fit in the palm of one of your hands. Yeah, about the size that would be. And as you all are still supporting it, she goes, which one of you will be holding on to this right now? And she looks at the bag that you're holding with all this stuff in it, and she pushes it towards Frolic and goes, best that we keep a bit of different distance between these for the time being.
Do you want these?
Yes.
I'll take off the bag and I'll hand it to Tortuga.
Okay.
I'll hold the mini pyramid in my hand. It's a mini pyramid now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you hold this, you all start... What's it?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm just looking at something real quick.
Is it an event die that you roll?
What's up?
Nothing.
You throw up?
I'm trying to do a sleight of hand to put something in the bag, but
Okay.
I got a great roll, so.
Okay, sweet. I love that. And you all start walking, and it's silent as you walk. Wayne the Warforged, Berserker, in front of you.
Before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stop.
You're all walking.
I know, before we go.
Oh, before we...
I'm
Sorry,
gonna stop.
before you leave.
And I'm going to hand you my trident and my shield, and I say we hold this for a moment.
I have the power.
I'm going to take my war banner off my back. Throw it off the edge.
Nice.
And cast off my old life.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
It's pretty big and pretty heavy for my...
So as you all walk,
That's awesome, man.
this banner flapping and flowing as it moves down, you picture a scene in a film where our angle is up, barely seeing you. Your tiny figure is walking along the top of this pathway, and the banner falls, and as it lands and covers up the mouth, part of the mouth of the Neolithid that lies dormant at the bottom.
That's sick.
You walk, and you leave Seb's body there. His final resting place. Where else would he rather be than where his newfound friends helped him return to his family? As you walk, you go back through the chamber with the 6 doors. But one spot in the corner where there wasn't a door before, you see her walk up and place her arm with her runes and swipe across, and a hidden door opens up, and there is what appears to be some sort of magnetic dwarven style elevator that you've seen dwarves use in mine shafts before, and you all step on it, and the magnets start to spool and force this large magnetic plate that you're on to spin slowly upwards. And as it spins upwards, it opens right into that chamber, and you see her door between the 2 stairs right here. And she looks back and says, "If you were to say goodbye, now is the time. As soon as you walk out these doors with that, I guarantee he will snatch you up." I hope to see you both again. I hope that you return, and he is true to his word and lets you return to your families. We will come searching for you. I hope that our plans work and we are able to find you. And with that, she turns and just sort of walks and goes into her office. And then Wolf comes around the corner. Guys, you totally, holy cow, you guys are still alive? You didn't die? This is so, you got looking. Did I misread the room a little bit there?
I'm gonna put my hand on Rab, and we're gonna share a very specific moment.
I had traded one for the other.
Trading one for the other. We're gonna say it at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Trading one for the
And he just
other.
goes, "Okay, yeah, well, sorry. Like, I can see that you guys totally have, like, a bit of a moment going right now, so, nice to meet you guys. Super cool bear pelt. Like, love the pink, love the fur. I like the purple fur up here on me. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like your hammer. It's pretty big. You got big hammer down there. So, all right. Love you guys. I'll see you
I love you too.
later." Right. Okay, bye. And then he just turns and jogs up the stairs and is gone.
Wow. Seems there still is a lot of friendliness in some of the darkest places.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I guess I can ask it. Well, earlier when we saw everybody jump off, that was everybody that got surrounded that the Warforged didn't help, correct? Because the people that they knocked out, they like helped revive them.
Yeah, these are the people that you're assuming were walking in that line towards the quarry.
Okay.
They
I meant to ask that earlier.
Yeah,
The
and
other
I honestly
chap,
meant to have that be something that you passed them walking in there, but I forgot. So
Perfect.
yeah, in the heat of the moment. So that's what you assume.
Perfect.
It was so still a large amount of citizens of Galliana that were killed, but
Well, be seeing you.
Yes,
Hopefully,
you
huh?
will. Yes.
In case you need to find a home, I put something in the front pouch of the bag there. It'll help.
All right. Do me a favor. When you get back home, say hello to the sea for me.
I will.
Probably
Hopefully
be
she
some
remembers
time
me.
before I get. I'll
I'm
give
gonna,
you
like-
a weird.
I'm like already taking off my hat, my bald head. Just all right.
yes.
Relic.
I'll just walk over to the door.
Frolic doesn't want to face Tortuga, because that would just mean that's the final time he sees him.
We seen you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I said, there's... And finally he looks at you, he goes, there's always hope. Well, I've got everything I need. Are we ready?
Right before you guys both reach the door, I'll go, boys, tell Lenny I'm sorry.
And with that, the Warforged slides open the first door. And you walk in. You're in this white room alone. As the Warforged slides the doors closed, you don't see. Look through this gap that closes.
Are we looking back at him?
Yeah.
Just right before it does. Because I've done it so many times. I'm just going to give you a little
wink. You wink at him. And he smiles slightly. Closes. You stand there for a moment, knowing that as soon as you step foot out of this building, it's back to the unknown. The door begins to slide. Familiar rumble, looking at each other. And it opens. And the dark, pitch-black night of Galliano is out before you. No more fog. No more smoke. Just an immaculately starry sky out in the distance. And as you start to walk, you step down the stairs, and there's the pillar, an awning of stone above you, and the moment your feet touch the ground in unison, in a flash, the stars spin. Lines begin to connect through them, and a web is cast in the sky, and through the portal, you look up, and you see a snowy winterscape, and the sky crashes down on you, through you, and you go through this portal into the snowy scape, and there stands Lenny, covered in snow, turns and looks at you. And all he's able to say is, "Where's Tortuga?" And then you hear Clark's voice in your head.
He's right. Where is Tortuga?
And at that point, you guys are all in the blackness of the void. Much warmer than the winterscape, but still a chill cold. And Clark gets really close to all of you, and he says,
And where's my hero?
and he kind of like squints a little bit, and you can see him for the first time. He's not a full, corporeal?
Like spectral image.
Yeah, image. You can see it shift like static on a TV. He goes,
What have you done with my hero?
and he shifts some more. And he goes,
It's no matter. I see that there is something more than a promise of death.
and he looks right at the pyramid in Frolic's hands. And Frolic, with angry tears in his eyes, says, You bring back that spider. And
Can I step in front of him to like in between him and Clark?
yeah.
And if it's
Go
not,
for it,
I'm
go
just
for
gonna
it.
be like, now.
And with that, Clark is got amazement on his face. He says,
I've never had such bravery stand towards me. But you have given me something even more than what I was seeking in the first place.
and you see eagerness on his eyes. And he goes,
You all have proven yourselves much more powerful than I could have ever thought.
and with just a wasted flick of his head, you see the spider poof into molecular dust, and the dust falls and rebuilds a full wolf spider intact.
Lenny immediately runs towards this spider and begins inspecting it for every mark, every scar that he knows that Zelda has had. And just inspecting, is this truly Zelda, or has he just created a new image or
I
color?
love that. And he looks at the pyramid, and he looks up at Frolic, and he says,
Anything else?
with just hunger in his eyes. And Frolic says, You send us home. Right now. And that's when Clark changes his composure, and he looks at Rab and Lenny and Zelda and Frolic. And he says,
I think you've already learned I don't take deals. And you put me in quite a difficult situation. So I'll make a counteroffer. As valuable as that item is, you all are just as valuable. So I'll tell you what. I'll send you all home. But one of you is going to stay with me. Because I need more of your chutzpah, one would say. I need my treasure trove to grow, and I know that it will now, when I have the power of at least one of you.
and he looks over Lenny and Zelda, and he looks over Rab, and he looks over Frolic, and he backs up, just taking you all in, and he says,
And I think I know exactly who I'm going to keep.